You can kick him out. Oh, we live?
We live.
Okay,
I
hold
was
on.
gonna do intros. I was
Let
gonna
me go
do me.
here. Let me go.
Okay, you do a share. I'll play something. I don't know what to play. It's just crazy. I remember when. I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so special about that place. Leaving your emotions at an echo with so much grace. Mm, mm. But then you're out here without a care. Yeah, I was out of touch. I didn't know. Stop that. Just face scared the hell out of me. I
Please.
just knew too much.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Well, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy.
I'm so sorry, y'all.
Maybe I'm crazy. Possibly. And I hope that you are having the time of your life. Think twice. Mm, that's my only advice.
Talk about.
Who do you? Who
All
do
right,
you?
all right, all
All
right.
right.
Just
Wait.
please.
Just let me give it to my last part. Who do you think you are?
Oh my god.
Ah, ah, ah.
Yo,
Bless your
all right, you're
soul.
done.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's go. Let's go. All right.
I
Let's.
a card that we have to talk about that just dropped too.
Okay. Listen. Let me first say, I will not tolerate any Creasy slander. Creasy's from Worcester. I'm from Worcester. You know how my people get down. At the
Mm-hmm.
same time, I will let you, Stacks, speak
Mm.
your mind as a fan of how the event went. Now, listen, we can look at the event in a glass half full, or three quarters of the way full, or a quarter of the way full, or a glass empty, quarter of the way empty, 75% empty. All right. Go ahead, Stacks. I don't know. Go ahead.
So,
The 5 o'clock shadow is not in fully support of everything that Nikki Stacks is about to say, but she says are Nikki Stacks thoughts and Nikki Stacks thoughts only. Please support the 5 o'clock shadow. The Cash App will be at the bottom.
truth in these lipo.
Right.
So I want to start with the positive. Like I want to start with the positive about the event.
Yep.
That venue is fire. Like definitely a beautiful venue. Um,
Yep.
I definitely hope they plan to utilize that venue. Um, uh, nigga, we know what we talking about. Bye, wise. Damn.
Don't be rude to Wise. Wise performed very well
Okay,
yesterday.
we're gonna get to it.
Okay.
So, I just want to start with the venue. The venue was dope. The drinks were really good, really strong, and I was like, praise the Lord. That is a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the battles that did happen
Mm-hmm.
were fire. So we'll go through those first.
Okay, let me ask you another question because I don't want to I want to kind of stay along the same lines as we're going through this, as we're navigating through this. I don't want to like go from too much to too much, from here to there. I want to
Mhm.
make sure we're on the same street. First and foremost, how is my hair?
Okay, so we're gonna talk about the battles that did happen at the at the NBA event. So we'll start with Wise and we'll start with with James Oshada.
Okay, all
Um,
right,
I thoroughly enjoyed that battle. Um,
absolutely.
Wise is just man, he's just good, man. Like he I enjoy him every time I watch him. He did, have his stumbles in the third. Um, and I've been seeing like a lot of people, well, I haven't been seeing, but I've been hearing a lot of people saying that he lost the battle because of that. But I'm gonna be honest with you, the third round from James, I didn't like,
Okay.
and I liked Wise's round even with his stumbles, so I gave him that round, and I gave him the first round because he just out the gate was wilding. He was direct. He was, that's his style. He's personal. Like he had bars. He had bars at James's girl. Like he. That's what he does. You feel me? But James' second round
Mm-hmm.
was amazing. Like he was going off. I feel like he is taking all of his criticism and he is applying it. He is adjusting. Like he is going to be a problem for real out here. Like he's definitely stepping it up every performance I've seen of him. So I thoroughly enjoyed that battle. Personally, I had Wise 2-1 with that battle.
All right. I really quickly feel like James Oshada is the prime example of a battler whom you see the development continue. He will be one of the best, if not the best, in New England soon. But there is a process. There's a lot you have to learn. There's things you have to experience. Every single battler experiences at some point a loss,
Mm-hmm.
and it's how they come back from their loss is how you'll see them as a battler. I know battlers who have been undefeated, and as soon as they get their first loss, they walk away and never battle again.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he showed glimpses of greatness, not glimpses of good, glimpses of greatness, and I all saw a lot, not a lot. I all saw some things where he needs to tweak, and that will come with experience. And when he gets that, it's going to be over. Quickly about Wise. How long has Wise been battling?
I'm honestly not sure of the length of time.
What, a year or maybe a year and a half. Wise wasn't battling in no 2020, 2019. Fuck out of here. You think he was battling in 2020 and 2019?
I'll let him verify. I don't think he's
Okay.
been battling for a year.
Well, maybe a year and a half. I don't think he's been battling more than 2 years. 2 years around. Exactly right. So if there ever was a rookies versus like the new school versus the old school card, there is no fucking way you're gonna convince me that Wise goes on a new school card. There is nothing new school about Wise Uzumaki. Wise Uzumaki is dangerous. He is a veteran. He stands up there like a veteran. He takes the bullshit
Um,
like a veteran. He holds his composure like a veteran. He carries himself like a veteran. I don't know how that nigga got it that quick. I don't even know if he's ever not had it.
yeah.
Yeah, Wise is basically your, like, when he raps, I get that 413 NBA feel, like
Mm.
when Bless was rapping, like when Sawyer was active, like when Pressure was 413 Pressure. Like, and like I get that feel, like the old, like the the olden days, and not like the olden days was the glory days or better or worse. But I'm saying you cannot compare Wise Uzumaki to none of these new niggas. You can't. I have to give him his flowers. Listen, I'll give him shit whenever I give him shit, but I am always the man to stand on giving flowers when flowers is due. And Wise Uzumaki needs his fucking flowers now. If Wise Uzumaki does not get a main event against a name like someone big
Yeah.
this year, it's going to. I don't give a fuck if he has to do it himself because
Yeah.
he deserves it. If he books himself against a big name and flies a big name onto his league main event, I don't give a fuck how many people. Oh, well, it's sad that a league owner has to bring a big name for himself. He's better than fucking people in his league, period. I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck who it is. You can name anybody in that league. I feel he's better than them.
Mhm.
So it is what it is. He should do that.
I
All
agree with
right.
saying that. I think this was a little too soon for James. I felt that when it was announced,
Yes.
but
Yes.
hey, it happened, and that was the outcome. So we'll move to the next one because I,
All right.
I about this, but we're gonna have a couple guests.
Okay.
Um, we'll do Benson and Berserk. Um, underwhelming battle.
Hmm.
Um, it was okay. I had I don't honestly. Um, Benson basically rapped a little bit in the third, and then QP and Bangs hopped in. So I was
How
like,
were they?
that'd be good for they freestyled, so but it was okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But good for for Berserk because now people gonna see their names up there and they'll tap in. I had Benson. Um, I think Berserk was okay.
Hmm.
He definitely wasn't better than the last time I saw him.
Was he dressed better?
My boy had the FUBUs on with the champion shirt. The who knew FUBUs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Benson Benson's first round was dope. Like he came out swinging and he was showing people who he is. Like this is
Hmm.
who he's been gone for a little bit, but he's back and he's doing what he was doing. Like um I don't know.
All right. Let's move on.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah.
I gave that to Ben. I gave that to
Okay.
um Memo and Caswell was battle of the night. That was a phenomenal battle, phenomenal back and forth. I got Memo winning though, and that was my prediction.
Hmm.
Me-
Um.
mhm.
Was that should that be a contender for Battle of the Year so far?
So far, yeah, that
Okay.
was a fantastic back and forth. I think Caswell's definitely listening to people when and starting to perform a little bit more.
Hmm.
Um, that I know I enjoyed that battle so much. Like there's nothing negative I could say about it. Um, I definitely think Memo got it. There was one I think Cass's third round. I think I gave it to Cass.
Hmm.
I gave Memo the first two. Um, a lot of people I think are not familiar with Memo. Because
Uh, I don't. So see, this is where I differ, and it's not like I listen. Memos. I'm cool with Memo. I respect Memo. I think it came down to the first for me because I think the sec. I can be wrong. If I'm wrong, then my whole thing changes. But from what I remembered, Memo left Earth in the second round when he was talking about the way Caswell pronounces things.
mm-hmm,
That was the clearest one-sided round of the battle.
mm.
However, I think the first round is debatable. Caswell might have gotten the third round.
I'm not mad at that. I got Memo 2-1 though.
Yeah.
And Caswell, I think Caswell definitely got the third, and I think Memo definitely got the second, like you said. And
Yeah.
then I edged the first to Memo. So I'm not mad at that, but I definitely got Memo 2-1. Memo, a lot of people I think aren't familiar with Memo that battle now. I
Mhm.
don't know how much of a vet he is and who he is, but that's him. That's who he's always been. He can dip different bags, and that's why I predicted him to win because I knew that he would have a asset that maybe Caswell wouldn't have, and I felt that that was gonna just edge him in that battle. I love Memo. He's one of my favorite. He's definitely one of my favorites too. Um, when I think about New England battle rap, like he's one of the people that come to mind. Like I definitely like I respect him so much, and I
Mhm.
love. I can't wait for that battle to drop just to watch that back. That
James Oshada says, appreciate y'all for real. Whether the people had me winning or losing didn't matter to me. I honestly took the battle to see where I was at and see what I needed to fix. I don't think this was too early. I think it's just what I needed to lock in. I knew how niggas was gonna call it from the gate.
I respect.
Um, well, I honestly, now that it's because I had to, I had my Worcester bias. I thought Wise was going to smoke him, honestly, because of the veteran stuff. Wise did not smoke him at all. Matter of fact, I think the biggest room shakers might have been from James Oshada. So, alls I think that we have to work on for James Oshada, or James Oshada has to really work on, is, like stuff that comes with more experience, being able to read the room, being able to see, okay, like if I'm rapping and after I hit a punch, it pauses. Okay, I that didn't work that last time. Okay, so my next punch, I'm just gonna get right into it, and then because I know we've all been saying speed it up, speed it up, speed it up, but now I'm kind of saying no, I mean we've been saying slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, and in this one he was very articulate, and he was. But
Yeah,
I
just trying to find. He just got to find his balance. That's
yeah,
all.
he got to you got to know when to put your foot on the gas and when to put in the brakes. And I think with experience he's going to do that. He's going to like channel into his feel for what's going on in the environment. But
Yeah,
yeah, so back to Memo.
yeah. I don't want to spend too much time. I don't want to spend too much time because there's a lot that we got to talk about. And Memo's going to be coming on, so I'd rather elaborate more when he jumps up.
All right, there's
Um,
very few battles I feel like are classics, and I'm going to be really really picky with what I call classics now. That battle, without a shadow of a doubt, in my mind, was a classic.
mm,
Period.
Add at that.
All
Yeah,
right,
and I think the final battle that happened was Damon Funeral, right? I think it was only 4 battles that happened. Was it?
Damon Funeral. Yep, Damon Funeral.
I think so. Y'all could correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Um, that was a good battle. Um, Funeral Funeral's good. Like I like him, but I feel like I just want something more from him. I don't know, like I just want more from him. Like I think what he's good at is what he's good at, but I think something's missing when he battles. Um, he went crazy in his third. Like that third was fire. I gave him that round. I think that third was great. I gave the battle to Dame 2-1. Dame had that oh no, and Bosco and D-Way, I'm bugging.
Hmm.
Um Dame had that Martin bar that junk was hard. I think that was one of
Hmm.
one of the bars of the night. Um Dame Dame rapping like he wants his respect. Like he is like, listen, like y'all see what I did to Pop. I'm not playing no more. Like I want my respect, and I want people to, what I'm saying, understand that this is who I am and not just what I can do for one battle. Um
Okay, but let's not get carried away. That Dame was not better than the Pop
what
Dame.
it wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't as good, but it was better than Funeral. And
No, it wasn't.
in my opinion, it was
I
better than
disagree. Okay, so I feel like, and you know what? I'm not mad at you for thinking like that, because to me, I felt like it came to the first, because the round that Dame left Earth was the second round where Funeral choked. So if he would have spit that round first, he would have won that battle clear, 2-1. But the round where he really, really got completely busy was the second round. Now I remember saying to Dame outside, "You rapped a little longer in the first." I don't know, but I felt like Funeral was like, "Why do I keep like for some reason every time I go to say the name?"
this is another thing that I said about Dan with the Chow time too. I think he needs to order his rounds differently.
Hmm.
Like I said, if he would have put his second
Out the gate.
first and then his first to his second, then it would have been a clearer win for him. And I
Hmm.
feel like he did that at Child Time too. And I remember
Mm.
watching the battle and I was like, dang, if he would have just rearranged those rounds, because right now it's like he's not writing up, he's digressing, as like almost kind of like digressing, or like good, good, great, good. Like
Hmm.
it's like he's fighting an uphill battle. Um, I still got him winning. I just think he did a little bit more. I think he was more. I think his bars were a little bit better. I think he was performing better. I don't know.
So here's what I know Funeral does wrong. Funeral will say a couple of "I'm better than you, I make more money than you, I'm more fly than you," and that's good. Then he'll say a couple of things kind of personal. He'll touch on a couple of things, a couple of subjects, and that's great.
Mhm.
And then there's the bars like we was fucking your girl and she was giving me top and
Yeah.
stuff like you I was fucking your girl bars were cool like 2018. Like I think the to me it's just like it feel whenever I hear I was fucking your girl bar, to me it gives me the feeling of okay, he ran out of subjects to talk about. So now I'm just gonna put this me getting top from your girl or something like that.
And it's interesting what BNB just said. Dame got bars with a lot of filler. I feel that way about Funeral.
Mm.
That's exactly how I feel about Funeral. I feel like he has bars, and it's like literally what you're just saying right now. Eh, like I don't know, I don't know. Like I think he has his lane, and he
Hmm.
likes his lane. But if you're gonna have a lane, I feel like you should at it. And to me, it just doesn't feel like he's mastered it yet. Um, and I feel that's exactly how I feel about Funeral, and I feel like Dame, like BNB said, Dame performed well every round.
But
So
I think Dame had a lot of filler in his first, and he even started off with like he started off the first round with the what was happening when he came into the venue, kind of like a freestyle thing. But
yeah,
none of it really like everybody was like for the whole time just listening to him. And then he
mhm,
kind of laughed and then got into what he wrote. And then it was okay. And then he had a little bit more filler, and then it was just like it got to the point where it's just like
mhm.
okay, he did all right. Now, I'm not saying Funeral left Earth the first round, but I thought because of that, like I said, sometimes people rap longer is not always the best thing. I
Mhm.
felt like Funeral was more potent in his shorter thing in the first round. That's why I gave the first round to Funeral. But it was close, and I wouldn't be mad if anybody said anybody else. But I did
Yeah,
think,
I'm not mad if somebody got Funeral. I'm not,
yeah,
because I feel like that battle, it was closer than I thought it was gonna be. To be
yep.
honest, definitely was closer than I thought it was gonna be.
Hmm.
Um, but just I guess personal, like in my opinion, I had Dame. I think he just did a little bit more for me, like in the battle.
So, last thing I'll say on this battle is when I watched the battle, I was like, who's about to perform and show that they're ready for next level ops, like next level names? And I still think both of them are where they should be in terms of being booked. And
Yeah,
I was hoping that one of them, and I thought it was because Funeral be to me, he'd be getting better every single battle. To me, I thought there was some spots where he was great, but he still was like the girl, like I was fucking your girl and she was giving me top, and I know
yeah.
you're mad because like no, because nobody thinks you're really fucking your ops girl like that.
And,
But when he said True was fucking his girl, and then yeah, he started talking about that yeah,
and
yeah.
I like that because I like angles.
Hmm.
I love angles. So I like when people come. I don't care if it's true or not. If it entertains me, I like it.
Oh,
So
come on now. I like a little authenticity. It's like I don't care because you know what? My next battle, I'm definitely gonna do something like that. And then I'm like, what? I was mad when I found out you was fucking Nikki. I got up and I almost got the blicky. Like like you can know that. See now, if
I
someone
like
put you in there like that, if someone
that.
put you in the but what stacks? What if someone put you in an angle like that, and then, huh?
You gotta expect things like that though. Like I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
So if in my next battle, if someone had bars about me sleeping with you or something like that, you wouldn't be mad.
I'm not gonna be mad because one,
You're lying.
no, one,
You'd be like, you know what? I need to address this shit. We're gonna go on
I
live right now, and I'm gonna
really
air him out.
to act like that. It's because it was true and it was exposed.
Mm,
Not true, so I don't care what you think. And I feel like even with females, right? Like if they see a female, if people see a female close with a man, they're automatically gonna think that. I don't care. People thought I was Sawyer's girlfriend for years because I
mm,
was behind him every battle,
mm.
and
I
I've
never thought
never
that,
been.
but
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't.
I
I,
never thought that, but I get it.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
A lot of people, but you know us,
right,
so it's
right, right, right.
here. If there's one thing I don't care about is what people feel about me. Like what
Yeah.
people, because it's like at the end of the day, one person's gonna like you, the other person gonna love you, the other person gonna hate you. Like it just is what it is. I'm expecting. I'm in this profession now as a co-owner of a league and stuff like that.
Mhm.
There's gonna be things said. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I don't know. I just don't get worked up. I don't get worked up by it. It's battle rap. It's
Yep. So this is me as a fan. I love Funeral. I became a fan of Dame. I asked the question: was Dame only going to be on that level because it was something personal with him and Pop? He still showed glimpses of that in that battle. But yeah, I still have to. If I love Funeral, I got to tell him, like, listen, when he had that true angle and the DWI angle, whatever angle, the angle about them not paying for the books and the bills, and then it got
wasn't that
into.
the third round?
Was it the no? Well, I don't know because no, it had to be this.
No,
Was it the
it wasn't the round he dropped the ball. It was one of the rounds that was a good round.
no? So it had to have been the first because the second round, no, because what's it?
He
Dame
rebut-
tried to what is that called? Rebuttal it. He tried to rebuttal it. And
Dame,
he's like, I did. He
Dame,
said, I'm gonna. He said that he talked to Dredd in jail, and Dredd said to kill you or something like that. He had that bar after Funerals round, so I think Funerals was the first, which is why I had Funeral winning the first, and which is why I had Funeral winning the battle.
I'm gonna see if he comments and says what round it was.
Yeah. I think it was the first. Oh, it was the third. Oh,
That's
it
what
was
I'm
the third.
saying. The third he left Earth. That
Okay.
round was great, and he
Oh,
got the.
that's right. Because you know why? I was thinking Dame went first. No, Funeral went first. Right, right, right. Okay.
That's
Yep.
I'm like, I think that was the third. That wasn't the first.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But salute to
I'm
funeral.
old.
I love that. I love that round. That was definitely a well written round from him. I definitely enjoyed that round, and
Okay.
I think that was round of their battle. So
Okay. Yep.
and then Bosco and D White.
Okay.
D White had a lot of rocket power bars.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like them?
No.
No.
No, because I don't. I'm maybe so. A lot of the references he was making, I was not familiar with. Like it felt like young nigga shit. Cortez Lamar Wright Jr. I don't even know you, and I know you're full of shit. Um. Uh. I'm not. Yeah. No. I'm not. I'm really not familiar with. Some of a lot of the references he made, but the reactions, especially from the crowd, I definitely was
I
like, okay,
had like a couple of them.
what?
D White had a couple. I thought he had a couple rocket power bars. One about the dad in rocket power, and then another one about rocket power. But I got
So here's how I judged the bars because I was standing there. Here's how I judged the bars from D White that I personally did not get. I looked to the crowd and then I was like, oh, okay. So then I was like, that one is hit. And okay, so by the way, also, when you guys watch these battles, when these battles drop, I'm not tooting my own horn, but listen, that's how I'm showing you guys how to host a battle. Don't stand up there and try to be hard body. I was like trying to be a fan of both. And I know everybody thought I was pro Bosco, and I was because he's NBA and I'm NBA. I still, when D White was rapping, I said this is on a camera, and the goal is win or lose. If my guy wins or lose, is to make that sure that it's entertaining battle. I stood up there and I made sure I looked entertained. When D White said something, I gave it up for him. When D White, when Bosco said something, I gave it up for him. And then I was like, what? I was hyped because I was excited for the battle. Here's why it's going to look like D White won on cam. D White's people who stood behind him did what they should. I don't maybe it's because Bosco's side, they really like that they just like to let the man speak for himself. But they it felt like Bosco was in a one-on-one fight, like almost by himself. Because I was reacting to shit, and then I'd look over, and then niggas was like mean mugging the other side, like, yo, if a fight pop off, then I know who I'm going for. But I'm like, cheer for your man while he's rap. Like there was not a lot of reaction. And meanwhile, they were finishing D White's punches. They was like, when D White repeated his punches, they all said it with him. They didn't. There was not none of that on the other side. And I know them niggas is loyal to NBA. So I think we have to be more conscious of the entertainment factor of the battle.
I liked D White's Rocket Power bars because I love Rocket Power. That's one of my
I
favorite.
don't even know what Rocket Power is.
Oh, look it up. You'll understand it. It's a cartoon. It
Okay.
cartoon. It's like it's up there in the tops.
I was
Um
thinking like Speed Racer. I was like, these are Speed Racer references? I don't like. See, I'm old. I'm old.
yeah. I think that battle was definitely one I have to watch back.
Yeah.
Um, because I feel like I know during that battle, I ain't gonna lie, I sat down because my feet were killing me. So
Hmm.
I sat down for a while. Um, but the bars I did catch were
Hmm.
um I think Bosco.
Oh, thank you, BMB. Eat the corn the long way. When Bosco had that bar, room shaker.
Oh yeah. No, but when D White had the when he seen drugs on the he probably tried to sniff the card, that was hard.
When DY had the what?
When he was like when he was talking about Bosco and he said I don't know exactly what he said, I don't know word for word, but he was like when he seen drugs was on the card, he tried to sniff the card or some shit like that. Like
Mhm.
it was a bar like that, and
Oh yeah,
it
yeah, yeah. Okay, right,
shook,
right.
shook me.
Listen. Okay, so listen. I got my brothers thinking that I'm criticizing them. I listen. NBA. We took the pictures yesterday. I love y'all. I just want when that battle drops, you're going to see the crowd. You're going to see D White side really, really like backing his man, reacting for his man. Because when you are on your person's side, your job is supposed to hype and whatever. Y'all was like, if the bar, like it just seemed like y'all was like it seemed like it looked like y'all was ready to fight for him, like if something popped off, but it didn't seem like y'all was like there to give him like reactions as much as the other side. And I was like, I don't just watch when you watch. Maybe you felt that way, but just watch it back, y'all. Just watch. Cause I did see, like I saw Riz mean mugging. I saw them.
Who did you have winning this battle?
So that one's a tough one to call. I think Bosco does what he does better, and I think D White does what he does better. D White's vocal projection, D White's the way he presents the
Room.
punch, huh?
He commands the room.
Yeah, he presents the punch. Yes. Bosco, I thought when he was talking about certain ways of writing, he had less like so some of the punches from D White weren't as potent as some of the things from Bosco. Um,
Yeah, I think Bosco might have been more potent,
yep.
but I expected this because Bosco is a he when I watch him, that's what I expect from him. Like I expect him to be more potent. But now
Mhm.
that I'm back, I don't know. Initially, when I first watched, I had Bosco winning for off my first watch, but
All
I
right.
think I watched that.
Okay, so I remember. So here's what I remember when Bosco battled in New England Battlefront, and I said one of the things Bosco does is after he spits a bar or a punch, he kind of waits for the reaction and tries to
Yeah.
get a feel for what the reaction was.
Hmm.
I felt like that hurt his performance a little bit. But when Bosco was in his bag, like about eating the corn, when he said when he said that bar about like eating the corn the long way, I thought that was really really good. And
Yeah,
salute to 3SK, man. Three
but
SK, he's a legend. He's will go down as a New England legend, and he was still reacting like he was having fun watching battles.
feel like I feel like when I think back up, like D White has more moments, like more memorable things. Like even when he had the uncut gems bar.
Yep.
Like when I think about the battle, I think more of the things that D White said. But
Hmm.
for some reason, I remember our first watch, I had Bosco winning, so I want to watch that again. I'll stick to what I stick to what I said the first time, and then when I watch it back, if I feel differently, I'll definitely come up here and express that. But I don't know.
Absolutely. James Oshada, he said D White was snapping, but y'all was slightly dragging. Um, I felt like his side may have been, but I was definitely like, I was a real fan. Like, I took all of the critiquing out. I was on that stage as a fan, and I was going to make sure I gave it up for both of them because it looks better on cam when it drops. So because there's a lot of little things like that that really matter. Really quickly about Caswell versus Memo. Now that I've had a little bit of time to reflect on it, I really thought Caswell got the clear 3-0. Like, I don't think
Wait, I'm
even
not.
with
Wait,
e
wait.
okay, what?
Oh, I know what you about to. I know what you about to do,
Damn it.
but
Okay,
I
you
didn't get
ruined it.
what I want to speak about before he come up here,
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead.
and
Sorry.
that part.
Okay.
Um, and I want to talk about it first before we have anybody up, so it doesn't look like they are a reflection of what I'm saying.
Mhm.
But all in all, just to wrap up Bosco and D White, that was a great battle. I think that's the toughest one to call of the night, to be
Yeah,
honest.
and that, you know what, to me, I really, really enjoyed that battle. Even though I was like even though I was conscious of the camera, but I was like yelling what whenever they had a bar that I really thought was fire. Either one of them, I put through my bias to the middle and to the side, and I kept yelling what. It was like really, really good.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, it was a good battle.
Now
Boy, it was a really, really good battle.
so let me get to what I really want to talk about.
All right, Stacks is on you.
Um,
Wait, everybody. Stacks is about to talk about the elephant in the room. I titled this 5 o'clock shadow, What is Going On? And Stacks is about to address it. Stacks, hold on one second.
This shit just got rigged.
salute.
All right, Stacks is on you.
Okay, so how many battles were on this card? Nine,
Wait a second.
10.
I listen, you know me. I got it. I got it right in the tuck.
Yeah. But
Pow! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 battles. This was a 9 battle card.
okay, all the main events that were supposed to happen didn't happen. So, QP and Drugs, Ish and Riz, Hazy and City, and then the other battle I think was Fox and Myas. They
Nice
all.
Lansky, yes.
Let me just say this:
Okay.
there were many people. As you see, City Towers went live. I don't know if y'all watched this live, whatever. And he expressed why him and Hazy were both in the building and it didn't go down.
Mhm.
There was an issue with, his people getting in. It was last minute. They were going to be the last battle of the night. There were things that they wanted, D Nice wanted them to pay. You know, I'm not going to reiterate the whole situation, but what I'm going to say is I agree 100% with City Towers. Um, with all the good things aside, do I feel like I would have paid $40 for that card as is? No. And,
Okay, wait. Let me interject real quick. I'm gonna let you go off. I promise. I'm gonna let you go off. But I want to say, the feeling that I had when I got in my car and drove away was, did I feel I got $40 worth? Yes. However,
I mean,
okay, and that's fine. But because of Memo, Caswell, D. White, Bosco, like all the battles, really, I did feel that way. But I will say, no, okay, and I'm not, and like I said, I'm gonna let you. The floor is yours after this. I will say what I came for, I didn't get. Go ahead, on you.
I think what everybody came there to see, they did not get. Um, and it's disappointing because when Creasy made his initial post, right after everything that had happened, his initial post was just like, oh well, things happen, and it is what it is. Like, no, bro, like, it's not things happen. One, the City and Hazy would have saved that night. Like, don't get me wrong, Memo and Caswell, great battle. Would I pay $40 just to walk in and see Memo and Caswell battle? No. No. Would I pay $10 for parking just to see Memo and Caswell? No. And I love Memo and the Caswell, but I think there was a lack of professionalism when he first handled that situation and he went online. I think, you know, ultimately, right, they were trying to come to an agreement of rapping. And Creasy
Hmm.
ultimately was like, you know what? Whatever. I'm not gonna charge these niggas to get in. Let's just do it. And then, City was like, no, we're far past that now. Like, I sent y'all bread back. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is at this point because now the momentum is gone. One, there was no crowd left. There was no crowd left. And there was not gonna be really a big crowd for that battle. And it's unfortunate because there was such long breaks in between and stuff. So it's like, niggas didn't want to stick around. Um, if I could say this as far as like to Creasy, I think he handled it kind of poorly. But I think ultimately he did think about the outcome of his card, right? Because he settled on, he was trying to agree with not having them pay to get in the battle. But D Nice did not. D Nice wanted them to pay, and he came off unprofessional towards City Towers. And I think that's why it's so important that you really think about who's on your staff because now your staff is a reflection of you. And I've seen people on City Towers Live saying they weren't battling at NBA again. Now I don't know if that has to do with their professionalism or how they handle battles. One, they were charging people $10 to stand on a stage. And to me, it just came across like if y'all need money, just say that. You know what I'm saying? And it just was very weird. Now, I ain't gonna lie, that was my first experience with NBA. But I always show love to Creasy because Creasy was always at every event and whatever he was doing his thing, blah blah. That impression was not a good impression. I really came to see City and Hazy, and a lot of people that I'm just DJ was in the building. I know he came to see that. Like, I think they honestly should send people their bread back. Like, if I'm being real, like it was weird the way they handled it was weird. The way Creasy just handled himself on City Towers Live was weird. Um, Mad aggressive and stuff like that. And I get it, right? He doesn't want to be painted like he doesn't care about the people that come to his events and doesn't care about like what we get to see. But like City said, he was like City said, like, what I'm saying, I offered you 10. If it wasn't about the money, I offered you $10 a head, and you denied that. You denied that. So you're sitting here saying you just wanted something. Well, then you didn't take the something that was offered to you, and that's weird to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? And there's no slight to like Creasy or whatever or anything like that. But I think they need to work on that for if they throw a next event because I feel like this is gonna hurt their crowd. I feel like there's gonna be even less people that showed up. And if I'm being real, no slight to USB, but USB don't have crowds like that. NBA had a USB crowd for a card that was advertised with some great battles. Why? You know what I mean? I don't know. I think they weren't thinking in that moment. And there's one thing that Creasy said to me that definitely I agree with. That there was egos involved, but his ego was involved too. He's not above that because if his ego wasn't, he would have took that 10 ahead. And honestly, they only had really 15 minutes left for the venue because everybody had to be out by 8:30. Then they wanted to move that battle to a studio. Now you're hoping that the crowd follows you. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just hoping it turns out good. And I think that was really weird. I never been to an event where the main at least the main events had +1. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at least, like, okay, if Hazy and City are the main event, both of them at least get a +1, get a couple niggas in the door. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas was trying to charge $10 to stand on stage. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all will see me in footage. I stood on that stage while playing no damn $10. That is like ridiculous. We already paid $40 and we got all of the bottom half of the card. No shade to anybody that battled. Like, for real. Because, not saying like, oh, you're the bottom half of the card and y'all are trash. No. But let's be real. We came to see Ish and Riz. We came to see QP and Drugs. We came to see, most importantly, to be honest, in my opinion, Hazy and City. And to my knowledge, City said he asked them about, you know what I'm saying, about his friends getting in the day before, and Creasy said it was good. And I didn't understand that too. Why wouldn't you want people on stage to look like you have a crowd? Because that's the way they were filming, towards the stage. And I just don't like, I feel like, I feel like Creasy and them, they're just trying to justify how certain things went down. And you can't control if Ish don't got a ride, you can't control if Drugs don't show up, but you can control if two battlers are there and they're willing to battle, and you're mad over their people that they brought when you don't have a crowd. You're mad that they don't want to pay a certain amount of money for 15 minutes left for that battle left, because that was all that was left. I don't understand that. I just think the way he handled it was weird. I think as a league owner, he said that all things are final through him. All decisions are final through him. So then why didn't they battle? If you were okay with them not paying, why didn't they battle? So I just felt like I had to speak my piece, because I feel like it was really weird. And moving forward, I think that they need to work those things out. And if he has staff and he needs to talk to them about how they handle people and their professionalism, he needs to do that, because I've never known Creasy to not be professional, and even City said that. But I really feel like there people, including myself, that spent $40. I think that car was worth that? I just don't think so, if I'm really being 100% transparent. And I know Truth got his NBA ties, and that's his league. I did not care. I was getting up here and I was saying what I had to say. And on a side note, City said that he would reschedule that battle. TBL got a CT division.
All right. We're not gonna go too far now. Now listen, look at. You're going too far now. Listen. I'll let you speak. You said you wanted to rock. I'll let you rock. Listen, the 5 o'clock shadow. Listen, salute NBA, salute Creasy, and listen. There is no league in New England. Period. I don't even know if there's any league on earth who has not had a night like NBA's. So let's not be in glass houses throwing stones, please.
I'm not, but I'm keeping it a buck.
I'm not talking about. I'm just saying. Battlers no showing and main events not going down has happened before.
And like I said, you can I already know you got your ties. You're gonna do what you're gonna do, but there's
NBA
things that they controlled, and there's things that they can't control. And like I stated before, you feel me, Kenny? You trying to block my shine?
No, listen. I'm no okay. So let me explain. I'm not trying to block anyone's shine. Listen, TBL. No, listen. TBL is doing great. TBL Wonderful. Is amazing. The moves that they're making are great. However, to take a battle from a league, that would be and put it on another platform. I don't know how.
Well, City already sent his money back for that, and that battle was, he already said on his live that Pharaoh said he should have kept the money and they would have rescheduled, but he sent the money back. So if that card is not if that battle is not exclusive to NBA, why not happen in Connecticut?
Right. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about. What's going on? There's too much going on now. Okay. Are you done? Do you need to go off anymore? Are you good? You good? You done? You good?
It don't matter to me. I said what I said, and they ain't no taking back what I say, and I stand on everything I say. So it don't matter to me.
Okay.
Exactly, L. Exactly. But
okay.
He got his NBA ties. It's okay.
I do have my NBA ties, absolutely. NBA bias all day. There's no way I'm going to deny that. And I will say a couple of things. Number one, Creasy, it's not, when Creasy said it's not about the money for him, he was telling the truth.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
Creasy let me and one of my peoples in for free.
But
Period.
he couldn't let City's people in for free. City, who was battling.
Okay, Stacks, I didn't stop you. You got to let me get through it and then correct me. Okay, all right. So when Creasy says it's about the love and not about the money, he is being 100% honest. I'm going to tell my fellow New England battlers and battle rap viewers, all 32 of you guys, a really quick story. And this is the lesson from Truth It. It's time. What? Why are you laughing? Okay, all right, listen, I'm about to.
Funny.
Okay, thank you. It's time to go back in time. All right. There was a wrestler who was the most famous wrestler in the world at the time. His name was the Ultimate Warrior. He was scheduled to battle at a wrestling. He was scheduled to wrestle at a main event of one of WWE's biggest shows of the year. WWE was looking for the Ultimate Warrior, whose real name was Jim Hellwig. They couldn't find him. All day they were making calls. They were looking around for him. They couldn't find him. All right, I'm putting the camera on myself. Here we go. Pow. Okay. WWF, yes. Jim Hellwig showed up to the event the day of and said, I want more money. Vince McMahon was pissed. Vince McMahon thought this was very, very wrong of the Ultimate Warrior to behave the way he behaved. This was not negotiated previously. This was not said. But this is what Vince McMahon said. I'm going to pay you whatever you want. Take whatever you want. And then he said, I couldn't wait to fire him after. I couldn't wait to fire him after. Vince McMahon, despite the stuff that's going on backstage behind the scenes, should have gone backstage behind the scenes. And Vince McMahon paid him. The Ultimate Warrior ran out. He put on the show. The fans were happy. Yay, the Warrior. And then he went and he did his 30-second match, and it was all done. Soon as the match is over, Vince McMahon said, I never want to do business with you again. WWF never promoted him, whatever, until they fixed that. It took years for them to fix that. The point is, I definitely understand what D-Nice and Creasy is saying. Absolutely. I definitely feel both sides, honestly. I understand what both sides were saying. But if Creasy and D-Nice and Pharaoh, the staff at NBA, felt like it was wrong for what City Towers did, they should have given him whatever he wanted, got the show to the fans, got the battle to the fans that a lot of those people wanted to see, that a lot of money and time was put in promoting. Y'all remember that face-off with City Towers and Hazy Williams? That was intense. And then after that, be like, okay, next time we're not doing none of this. We're making sure this is exactly how it's going to be. We're going to tighten up. Truth, it can't get in there free. Nobody can get in free. We're going to make sure this is how we go from here on out. But the main goal and the most important thing I felt was to make that happen. And to Creasy's defense, he did try to make it happen after it came to a point. At that time, City Towers said, you know what? Forget it. It's done. He was frustrated with all the negotiations at the beginning. Creasy couldn't predict that was going to happen. So it's not like I'm blaming Creasy or saying Creasy was wrong and what he did and how he moved. But like City Tower said, egos got involved. The main goal for both parties is, and always should be, in any form of entertainment, and battle rap is entertainment, the show must go on. Must. You're welcome. All right, Stacks, we're back.
TBL Shark Tank just dropped a fire card going down. Got some heavy hitters up there. I don't know if Truth is gonna put the card up on the screen now, but definitely sent it to him.
You did?
Yep.
Okay, wait, let me look. Okay, let me see. Oh, all right, I see it.
What's
Yep.
up, Sunby?
Yeah, why wouldn't I? Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, give me a second. I'm putting it, I'm getting it, I'm grabbing it. I'm grabbing it. We're getting it. We're getting the listen, this flyer actually looks pretty dope too. Just announced before we went live. Pow! Takeover Battle League, Shark Tank, The Return, Volume 1. Chilla Jones versus Dre Light, the main event.
Battles at 3.
I need lipo. J-Ron, can you please donate to the 5 o'clock shadow? Listen, money's hard. Times are hard, okay? I'm going a little crazy. Things are getting tight up here. But can we Stacks? Can we look at the card again?
Yeah, you took it down.
I know. Here we go. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Pow! Okay. Sunny versus. Go ahead.
Said all 3 rounders except the top 2. So Chilla versus Dre is 1, and A Ward versus Tom. A Ward versus Tom is insane.
Jesus.
This whole card.
A Ward versus Tom Nixon.
This is insane.
Real Deal versus Caswell.
This is a beautiful. This card is great.
Marv 1 versus Hazy Williams
In a 3-rounder.
Elijah Straight versus Jay. So, listen.
Yeah, that was been supposed to go down. So I'm glad that's finally happening. Even Gwitty versus Ant.
I don't even know who Dweller is, but Breezy's back. Breezy's back.
Sunny versus GK. That's like a mirror match. That's like a mirror match.
Yeah, this card.
And then Y's about to win $500 or $1,000, whatever he's about to win.
Tonka Joshua says A Ward is signing my Bible. Jesus. That card.
This card is insane.
I mean,
listen, you can't miss this.
Why did we fucking stop? I apologize so much. Why did I fucking stop at Sunny and GK? Wise Uzumaki versus Lurcham's $500 bet.
The winner got to put the pop back up in a singing versus Truth It.
Oh, you did. Oh, I don't think you want to do that after you heard me, since you heard me in the beginning. And I was singing that without a cough drop or without my water, without my steam, to make sure that my throat was. Singers, they have to make sure they have their throat just right when they perform. Oh my gosh.
This card is amazing. Salute to Chilla. Salute to TBL. This is like.
All right.
A Ward versus Tom is
crazy.
Yo, so it's $40 now until the 14th, and $50 from the 15th to the 27th.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not mad at that.
Like, listen.
I'm not mad at that.
And listen, this was my initial reaction to this card either. I didn't see the announcement beforehand.
Yeah, it was like
Okay.
right before we went live.
Right before we went live, this was announced. Listen, Nixon, I get it. You're gonna want to use the church angle. In my opinion, in my suggestions, and I'm not your manager or anything. My suggestions would be just to get out there and show that you can rap. Period. Everybody uses those type of bars against them. Stacks, are you rolling your eyes?
No, I'm saying
Oh, okay. Oh, you froze a little bit. That's what it was. I thought you was rolling your eyes. I was about to say. Listen, Dre Lights versus.
Think about who's gonna be in this crowd too, not just who's even on this card. Think about who else might show up to this card. This is a great opportunity, and I'm looking at. I'm like, Real Deal versus Caswell. Oh God, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. Caswell has the ability to get Real Deal the fuck up out of here. He does. Caswell's style, I think, is makes it difficult for Real Deal. And I'm not. That doesn't mean Caswell's better than Chilla because Chilla. No, what I'm saying is his styles makes fight, and I think Caswell's style is very difficult for Real Deal. Jesus Christ, Marv One versus Hazy. I think Hazy can.
That right there. I'm just. What to say about that one? To be
Listen, I'll tell you this much. Marv One has this song, the soundtrack of Autumn. I remember before I met him, I bought that song and I still listen to, like, whenever I'm feeling down, the soundtrack of Autumn helps me make it through the day. Hazy can go off and really give Marv One some problems. So this is what I like about these battles. Usually when you see battles against names, you're like, yo, I don't know why they got him battling him, or why do they got, I don't know why Chilla's battling Dre, or I don't know why A-Ward's battling Tom Nixon. No, a lot of these battles I'm looking and seeing, like, these are fire battles on any level. These are not like, this is not like, why is Tay Rock battling Kid Cali, it's his second battle? Like, no, that's not one of these. These are one of these where, like, listen, those who in the know and know who Jay Soldier is, know who the fuck Hazy Williams is, know who Caswell is, knows who Tom Nixon is, know who Dre Lights is, knows. Yeah.
It's closer. We'll give predictions, obviously, and stuff. But right now, just looking at this card, this is great. Doors open 2, first battle at 3. We love a good early event. Get y'all tickets now while they $40. This man, I don't even know what to say.
First, salute to the gatekeeper, because he is entertaining as fuck. He's one of the people that gets it. He gets he knows that battle rap is entertaining and entertainment. And entertainment isn't just making sure you got your best fit on, your best Air Force Ones that day, and wearing a whole bunch of jewelry and trying to look cool. There's a lot more to battle rap, especially when it comes to battle rap being entertainment. That's the word for me for this year for battle rappers. Entertainment. Everybody can write sentences with words that rhyme at the end of them. Everybody can do it. I promise you. Everyone can do it. But not everybody can be entertaining. And promo is part of that entertainment. When Chilla came up here and I was like, yes, Kingpin of New England. Okay, Kingpin of New England. Like, that was, I don't care. Listen, my niggas was like, yo, Truther, what the fuck was wrong with you? And then I explained to him that, that it was from a wrestling thing. There's a lot of parallels. Wrestling is entertainment. Battle rap is entertainment. And then when they got it, they said, oh, nigga, you still wild for acting like that. Don't ever act like that again. But it was still for entertainment purposes. I'll take an L here or there. It doesn't matter. But yeah. I do want to address a question that Kenny had though before we talk about this card a little bit more, and that was about the NBA card and the compared to Chow Time. NBA's tax season is the summer madness of NBA. He said, on paper, does it look like that card was worth $40 from the battles that you got as opposed to Chow Time? The answer is no. However, I've seen cards that looked absolutely fire and went to the event and felt like I didn't get my money's worth. When I left tax season, felt like it was entertaining enough. Did I get what I want? So, for example, it's like if you order a steak and you want it like rare, but then they come out with a steak that's fully cooked. It wasn't what I asked for, but the steak was still bomb.
Nah, that's not me because I'm pushing it back on the chef. This is not what I ordered. I want my steak made the way I ordered it because that's how I like to enjoy my meal. So we're gonna wait them extra how many ever minutes for you to get that right for me. I'm paying for this. So it has to be what I want it to be. Like, and granted, there are things that were out of their control, but the things that they could have controlled, to me, they just dropped.
Okay. Fair enough. All right.
Kenny said in the comments that's not what he said.
Okay, so Kenny, okay, let me scroll up to see what he said then.
Send you the link, Ken.
No, I don't know. Things is a little tense. Let me and my Worcester niggas kind of like regroup and think of the next whatever.
He said, I said you paid $40 for Chow Time and you seen the event. You paid for tax season the same price. You went to both. Were they equal value?
No. Again, no. Even to that answer, no. To me, I felt like I got like a lot more value than $40 from Chow Time. Like I felt like from Chow Time, it could have, if I would have paid $60, $70, I would have been pissed walking into that bill or to that card if I paid $60 for it. But then after those battles went down and the fun that I had, I'd be like, okay, it was $60. It was high, but it was worth it. And in the same way, NBA, not every battle went down, but I did feel like D White versus Bosco, Memo versus Caswell. I felt like all those battles combined to me were worth $40. How many battles were there? 4? 5?
There are 5.
There were 5. Okay, you're gonna tell me those battles weren't worth $7.78 something cents? The math might not be mathing, but what I'm saying, whatever, $40 for those battles, $10 a battle. Were those battles worth $10? Yes, absolutely. So no, I don't think they were equal value. I thought the value for Chow Time was worth more, and was worth more from the gate to me walking out of the venue from Chow Time. That's my answer.
Yeah, we did speak on Dame versus Funeral.
Yes, we did.
Truth that had Funeral taken it.
I had Funeral 3-0.
He lying. Funeral choked in his second round, so
Funeral choked in the second round, but I said when Dame stomped his feet in the second round, I was like, Funeral got it. Funeral got the second round. I was like, okay, we got it. We got it back. NBA ho. It's still NBA ho.
Dame 2-1.
Funeral 2-1. Really, Funeral 2-1. I had Funeral 2-1. I have Funeral won the first, and I think he won the third. I felt like the best round of the entire battle was Dame's second round. If he would have spit that second round in any other round, Dame would have won 2-1. That's what I felt. But Funeral 30'd him. Dirty 30. Not even a gentleman's. Like, remember in Friday when the dude ran away after he took his mama's chain to his car? That's how Dame was leaving the venue.
A couple of y'all NBA niggas took L's.
Oh,
Is James O'Shada NBA?
okay, yeah,
Funeral took L.
no.
Who else is NBA that battled on the card?
Oh, someone said they edged it to Dame. See, like listen, to me, I said it came down to the first for me. And I thought it was so close enough to where if you wanted to give it to Dame, I wouldn't argue it. I just felt that Dame's, he tried the little freestyle at the beginning when he was talking about the issues coming into the event and stuff like that. And I just felt like it fell really flat. So he had to like build up from there to really get warmed up. But I think it took too long for him to get warmed up in the first. I really thought Funeral was got caught heat quicker in the first. So yeah, I had Funeral winning.
Salute to Lil Lee. He had a battle tonight on IG Live. He went crazy.
On IG Live.
The menace. Yeah, it's like a some type of, I think it's like an internet league or something. He's a menace right now. But he definitely took that dub. Salute to NBA.
NBA hoes. Say what you want. NBA hoe. All right. Is there anything else? Listen, we were gonna bring Memo up. He was actually down below. We was getting ready to bring him up, but unfortunately he did have to go. I've kind of been talking to him behind the channels. Him and Caswell do want to come on and recap their battle, which in my opinion was a classic, period. In my opinion, could have been, if not the best battle of the year so far. Stacks, can you think of a battle of 2022 better than that battle so far?
Honestly, I would have to have more time to think about it because I don't, battles happen so much. I can't keep up sometimes. I would have to really sit down and think about it.
Yeah. And they're both so like there's nobody like, well, nobody as well as Caswell, just nobody like him, and there's nobody like Memo. Like Memo was really like when he started talking about Caswell's accent, that was amazing. But yeah, listen, do you got anything else?
Nah, I actually got to get off this because I got work early in the morning.
All right, it's your boy Truth It Stacks, NBA Ho, 5 o'clock Shadow Battle Review. I'll holla.
TBLCT, man.